Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction to Tower of God Chapter 604 or Season 3 Episode 187, and this is the first time I am using my new setup with a new camera, new PC, and everything, so there's probably going to be some issues here and there. Something that I already did was record One Piece before this, and it turned out alright. I do think it didn't look or sound as bad as I feared that it would. I messed around with audio settings for forever to try to get things to sound okay, and it still sounds off. So by the time we get to next week, I didn't really have any time between recording One Piece and recording this, but by the time we get to next week, hopefully I have sorted that out, and hopefully it sounds much better. In addition to that, I'm gonna have to buy like an actual streaming light or whatever. For years and years, I've always just used the actual lighting in my room, and it's been fine. I think it looks fine, especially if I lean in, it looks actually fine like this. But if I'm just sitting up normally, the lighting is so harsh. I'm not oily, I just took a shower, but the light is just blasting me. So I think maybe getting some actual soft lights would be in order. But yeah, either way, hopefully things will be better. Hopefully, like I said, I did the One Piece video as a test. It took less than 5 minutes to render and less than 10 minutes to upload compared to the hours that it usually takes me to do anything. So hopefully, on days it's 10:30 p.m. already, and Tower of God usually comes out at 9 p.m. On days when I'm already not recording an hour and a half behind, hopefully instead of waiting until 3-4 a.m. for Tower of God, you only have to wait until 10 or 11 p.m. Yeah, instead of 3 or 4 a.m., 10 or 4 p.m. I don't know if I got that wrong the first time. But either way, I don't think there's too much that I want to discuss before getting into this. Also, I'm going to be trying out a new setup altogether in terms of how I present the screen and all next week. So until then, you'll just have to deal with the same old one temporarily. But before getting into this, I did want to shout out, I recorded for over 3 hours last Tuesday, or Thursday actually, with Nayade Hemmings, Dr. Bonehead, The Otaku Fix, and Ron Can, all 4 really amazing, great Tower of God YouTubers, and I really want to shout out all 4 of them. But huge props to Naya, who organized this whole thing and put in a lot of work to get everybody together for months. And so we all recorded for over 3 hours. That is going to be up on Naya's channel. I will definitely be sharing all of that around as much as possible. He is going to be posting it on Tuesday. And I know that, fair warning for those of you who are like me just reading the officials, Naya covers the scans. So for those of you who don't want to risk getting spoiled by thumbnails or anything, I will be sharing the video that he posts with all of us in it. I'll be sharing that here in the community tab on YouTube. I'll share it on Twitter, I'll share it on Discord, everywhere that I possibly can. So you will get linked to that. And of course, when I do next week's reaction, I'll probably throw it in the comments and description next week. So I just wanted to let you all know that that is coming up on his channel on Tuesday. And I wanted to, say that, if you're scared to go there because you don't want to be spoiled, I will be linking it so you can still go through the link to see it and everything. And I guess that's all that there is for me to talk about. Again, we talked for hours about Tower of God, so anything that I could think of over the past week would be covered in that. So I'm not going to do the usual extra long 15-minute Haku intro because of that, because you can see a lot of discussion there. There are some things that I've thought about, but again, I can save that for now. For now, let's just read this week and see what we end up with. So, starting out, we have a violence warning, which means that we may or may not be getting that much violence. Like I've been talking about, I've been watching Amy Angel's reactions recently, and she just got to this stretch where Yama was fighting Giscard, remember? And Yama punches his head off. Then Yama gets that crazy injury where his bone is showing, and there's no violence warning on either of those chapters, but then we get violence warning for the most tame of chapters, and we have things like "damn it" censored. So very weird choice of when and when not to put the violence warnings. So with that said, let's just start reading, expecting maybe not so much violence. I'm excited. I don't know where we'll go from here. Like, we could get more Gaston and Enkidu and Rachel stuff. Rachel is in the thumbnail. I did remember that, actually. Or we could get more stuff with Bomb and the others in the game. So yeah, there's just a lot of really interesting stuff. Tower of God could show me nearly anything, and I think it was really cool. Looks like we have flames, though, so we're probably starting with Gaston where we left. Again, I don't know if this is because I'm, reading from a new computer with a new large monitor and everything, but honestly, this looks a lot nicer than it did to me last week. Okay. And then really, Enkidu does not look cool. I've got to say it. He doesn't look cool. It's been a long time. I said it actually in Ron Can's comments where I'm like, because somebody explained that the translation makes more sense of this was a creature that Mixeth, presumably the head of the workshop, gave to Traumaray, and Traumaray tried to turn it into a human. The first creature he tried to make human. And that makes me like, I'd be pissed too. I get where Enkidu's coming from. If I was just some animal, just happy with my lack of human sentience, and you tried to awaken me, give me human sentience, make me experience the human experience, I'd be pissed. Especially if I was an ugly floating head on top of that, I would be so pissed. I get where Enkidu's coming from. But I guess that makes Enkidu kind of a converse to what he was doing with the Beastkin, where it was something that they said where humans can't be controlled, which is why they were trying to make the Beastkin. The Beastkin were basically humans that could be controlled. So it's interesting that Enkidu is kind of the opposite of that. It's been a long time. Enkidu. And he looks back. Lord Gustang. Or Gustang. I go back and forth on so many characters' names. I have a question for you. And then Enkidu 4. So we're still sticking with the Enkidu title. Okay, more shots of Gaston floating above it. What are you doing here, Lord Gaston? How long have you been here? I feel like it's just, like, in Korean it's probably Gaston, but I feel like I don't know what they're trying to reference in French, but it's probably trying to reference something in French. And then, hey, this isn't what you told me. You said I could have power similar to bombs if I wear this bracelet. Sorry. I asked the workshop to make that replica, so confirmed it is a replica. So if they make a bunch of replicas, they can hand out Shinwan Ryu to Tower natives, which is massive against the rule of the 10 families. But I guess it's not as powerful as the original. I'll have them take a look at it for you. What? A replica? I almost died because of that thing just now. And we have his blades coming in and slicing through it. Okay, more shots of it getting cut apart. The vines are moving. Unless you want to be tangled up and strangled in that mess, you'd better run. Rachel, let's go. Man, Rachel absolutely flopping out here. Okay, Enkidu is still going after Rachel and Yura, though. The shot of Yura and Rachel falling. And again, what are they doing? Because Rachel is legitimately one of the, in this current art style, I will not say I am sorry, Rachel is one of the prettiest characters in the way that they are drawing her since coming back from post-hiatus, and you know that I am right. Also, funny Yura. It's crazy. The portrayal shake-up. Now that the outsiders are gone, shall we continue our chat? And it's still just screeching. But it seems like Gaston does think he can have a conversation with it. Oh my, it appears you're not ready to talk yet. Are you still waking up from your slumber? It's forming separate cubes from its main body. Here, I'll help you wake up. Why did I say here? So, the, like, flame effects around Gastang, and then the blades are interesting. I'm always trying to, like, I always thought his Shinsu color was maybe silver, but it's just the portrayal of him has been weird because of the flames. Because I always thought, like, Zahard would have the gold Shinsu and then maybe Gastang has silver. But then we just see him use flames all the time, so that confuses things. Seeing more of his blades. And now his blades this chapter, this isn't really how they were before to my memory, but now they have like this greenish, bluish teal to them. And he's slicing apart the stuff some more. Alright. Still more shots of the same stuff. But it is interesting. It looks as though he is moving to avoid things. So we're seeing a family head have to move to avoid things. Or at the very least choose to move to avoid things. And this looks like an actual Shinsu blast. Okay, still more of the same really. Lots of these same shots. And Gastang rushes in close. And flicks a cigarette. Which starts to immolate Enkidu. But presumably, like, it's fine to hit it with that kind of attack, or else Gastang wouldn't have done it. So he seems to take the core, the head, out of the jelly, the jelly body. Well, are you awake now, Enkidu? Traumare is here. Traumare? Okay, so it finally says something. That's right. Your former master. And the fool you once considered a friend. So yeah, master and friend. Traumare. My friend. My enemy. Yeah, I suppose you are enemies now. But that's not what I came to ask you about. This is what I want to know. The people you killed. And the things I've forgotten. So people. Multiple. And things that Gastang has forgotten. So Gastang's forgotten as well. I want you to tell me about that. The present. The battle outside the arena in the Sprout. So of course, we spend over half the chapter with Gastang dodging around, you know, what you would expect. The easy work, Gastang trying to ask Enkidu a question. I don't think anybody, like as strong as Enkidu could be, I don't know if anybody was expecting it to really stand at the level of a family head. But right when we're getting to what might actually be interesting, we are cutting away. The present. The battle outside the arena in the Sprout. Okay, outside the arena in the Sprout. So we have Cha, so this is Lobadan's group then. Okay, we get to see Cha do something. Cha, I'm well aware of your strength, flashback time, but this is war. We can't win unless everyone stays in their formation. Which is wild because Cha and his team have to have killed one of Lobadan's siblings. Also, Lobadan's little camouflage carpet looks really nice, actually. Can't win unless everyone stays in their formation. The only way to avoid losing troops is for everyone to remain within the range of the branch heads and field armies' lighthouses. Okay. Now I know this is risky, but I need you to do something for me. I want you alone to go out of range of the lighthouses, infiltrate the enemy ranks, and gather their high rankers in one place. If you manage to do that, it'll be a big help to our forces in piercing the enemy's line of defense. So he's going to gather them in one place, presumably for Lobadan to just do the finishing blow. It's this guy! Holy shit! That's gonna get a reaction out of me. It's the fluffy hat guy. So this isn't the same as the book police guy. It is confirmed a different guy. You're here? Or you're here alone? Holy crap, it is the fluffy hat guy. That's crazy. A high ranker. That's right. I'm all alone. And now we have Dawan and Doom. Cool. We have to keep moving forward. We can't block their attacks forever. I'm not sure where they found that thing, but it's some kind of prehistoric weapon. Aim. So this is neat. So this might explain how Dewan knew of the ship Wanryu, or recognized the ship Wanryu. So maybe artificial Shinwanryu was actually a prehistoric weapon, and it would make sense if Zahard hid that and like sealed whatever information away about it by putting the Fitbit on the hidden floor. That would make sense, I guess. But it's some kind of prehistoric weapon. Aim. And then we have the anti-air guns from Catan that we've seen before. Fire. And they start launching in conjunction with Dewan's skills. And these ship designs are neat as well. They start getting destroyed. Again, just a full-on massive battle. And I wonder if that's Gran Abuelo, the strands here that look like tree. And then the barrier still protecting. No, that bastard's lighthouse keeps blocking our attacks. Don't let your guard down. Get in defense formation. The next attack is coming. This is Lobadan. Okay, and the ancient weapon. Perfect shell. Okay, we're seeing Pococo's abilities. We have the turtle summoned and these shell-like armor pieces. I wonder if this is like a large scale, like if this is part of a Shinsu ability, or if these are kind of like armor inventory, like we've seen Kun use and we've seen Elaine use, but like at a high ranker level, like a high ranker level armor inventory. Because that would be an interesting take on things. And we had the block coming in from Pococo's abilities. Stop them. The beam fragments are heading for the transport ship carrying the beast. Just let the beast get off the ship at this point. Let them help. Let them fight. Because at this point, they're just sitting around in that ship waiting to get hit by stray attacks. What the? And we see a whoosh in front of it. Is this going to be Yama? Yeah, from the Red Shinsu. That's usually Yama. And he kicks it away. So Yama still got some weird stuff going on. Like these red lines going down his limbs. It seems like he knocks the blast away, I guess. I recognize this attack. Yama. Okay. And I wonder, so with Yasracha gone, I wonder if this is now like full on. I wonder if this has anything to do with the Akranak. The Akranak wasn't red though, or if this is full on all three parts of the Fang Yama. Looks like I'm not too late. Relax, everyone. The King of the Beastkin has arrived. Please back that up, Yama. Please. Please. I was so worried when Luzlek showed up, and I'm like, oh my god, as soon as he shows up, Yurik shows up, and they're gonna fight. Please don't fight him. Please don't get embarrassed by Yurik. But Luzlek kind of came out with a little bit of a W. So Luzlek, you know, he defended the hype. He did the Slayer name proud. Yama, please live up to it, Yama. Okay. Really cool. I just hope that CU doesn't immediately say, nah, he's gonna lose. Okay. And I also wonder, like I said, is this full-on three parts of the Fang Yama? But either way, yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me show off the credits here while I talk. I thought that was fun. Again, there were a lot of long panels, a lot of shots of Gastang just dodging attacks and fighting, a lot of visual information that we had, you know, already processed, that we'd already received, that we were receiving again. It was okay. It was okay. The part I'm most excited about is actually seeing what he and Enkidu talk about, which we're not getting yet. Tower of God is usually good. CU is usually really good at not off-screening things, at giving us actual content on panel. So, with that said, I have faith that instead of being off-screened, or even if it is off-screened, we will get something good out of that eventually, probably on the sooner end of things. We've been jumping around a lot. We haven't been staying away from any one thing that long. But that was, kind of whatever. The part I'm excited about we didn't get to see, but Fluffy Hat Guy is here. Insane. And in addition to Fluffy Hat Guy being here, we get to see Cha doing stuff. I want more from Cha and Dewan. They were really hyped up as these ancient warriors, these members of Hidden Grove. I would love to see more of them. Not in the sense that I don't like them, or in the sense that I don't think we've seen anything from them. I think we have seen things from them. I just like them and want more from them. And the same kind of goes with Doom. I feel like Doom was the least impressive here, because Cha was doing some stuff. Dewan was really doing some stuff. Dewan's big, flower abilities were playing a big part in the offensive strikes that were going on there. Plus, she's the one that recognized this is an ancient weapon. Where did they get this from? And that's really, really cool. But Doom didn't, it didn't seem like he was doing that much. I want more from Doom. This guy was top 200. I like him. So I want more from Doom. Same goes for Yama. I really hope that we're not getting this big reintroduction, this hype up of Yama for nothing. I hope he really, really shows us some cool stuff. But that was kind of this chapter. This chapter was kind of a setup. We were just setting up the Gastang and Enkidu stuff, and we were setting up more of the battle that's going on that front. Instead of really getting a payoff, instead of really getting fights out of it, we were just sort of continuing the setup. So I'm excited for what happens when we get into the real meat of it. But either way, I guess I'll go edit this, try to get it up for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter, my thoughts and reaction and everything. And like I said, I will be sharing Naya's video around, so remember to be on the lookout for that. I'll remind you again next week in next week's reaction. And sorry. And I will try to improve things, whether it's the video quality, the audio quality. I just am kind of testing things out. I'm kind of trying to see what works right now with the new setup. But like I said, I have plans to kind of change the way I'm presenting things a little bit. So I guess prepare for that next week. We'll see how things go. I have a lot of things on my plate to bring to you this week and in the coming weeks, now that I do have the new setup. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. Just ask and I can give you a link. If you would like to help support the channel, you could drop a super thanks down below if you want to. But if you would like One Piece videos a bit early, if you would like to get a shout out at the end of every single video, and if you would like to know that you are helping to support the channel, then you can join down below, you can join down below by hitting join down below to become a channel member, or you can go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a channel patron. Either way, thank you to people who are patrons and channel members. Thank you to Chosen Regular Evan Holly, Magical Girls, Evernono, Smeller Dog and Abyss Knight, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Element Pate Ardial. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.